Okay, so I'm going to explain the process of photosynthesis and the Z-scheme diagram. Firstly, this is a diagram of a chloroplast, which is in a plant cell, and this is where photosynthesis takes place. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, like that. Okay, so this is the structure of a chloroplast. It has an outer membrane envelope and an inner membrane envelope. And inside this there is a fluid containing all the enzymes and sugars and amino acids needed for photosynthesis to take place. And this fluid is called stroma. The inner membrane of the envelope is folded into structures called thylakoids. And these thylakoids, which is one of these discs, is stacked up to form a structure called a granum. In between these granum are thylakoid membranes, so extensions of these thylakoid membranes which link the granum together, which are called lamella. Okay, so that's the structure of the chloroplast. And the actual process of photosynthesis, well, the light-dependent stage, so the stage where light is necessary for the reaction to take place, actually takes place in the thylakoid membrane, the membrane of this structure. So if you think, I've got a diagram, so this is basically the, I don't know if you can see again, okay, so this is the structure of the thylakoid membrane. So if you think this is the thylakoid membrane here, okay, so in this thylakoid membranes there are two photosystems, and a photosystem is a protein and a pigment working together, which is called a photosystem. So the pigment in this case is chlorophyll A. This is chlorophyll A P680, which absorbs light at the wavelength of 680, and this is chlorophyll A P700, which absorbs light of 700 nanometers. So it's quite obvious why these chlorophylls are named by these numbers, due to the absorption of light they actually absorbed. So this is a photosystem, and this is a photosystem. This is photosystem 2 with this chlorophyll, and this is photosystem 1 with this chlorophyll. So that is why they're named for photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. Photosystem 2 has chlorophyll A P680, and photosystem 1 has chlorophyll A P700. So in this membrane there is this little structure in between these two photosystems. You're probably wondering, what is this? And this is an electron carrier. It is an enzyme that carries the electron, which is produced, I'll explain later how this electron is produced, from this chlorophyll up and through the thylakoid membrane to photosystem 1 to carry on the reaction. So let's just get into it. This is actually the stroma, just to let you know. This top bit is the stroma, which is where the fluid is. The stroma is the fluid containing all the enzymes, etc. And this is inside the thylakoid. This is actually inside this thylakoid, the disc, the thylakoid. And this is on the membrane. Okay, so this diagram shows the Z scheme. I don't know if you can see again. Okay, this is the Z scheme. So this is photosystem 2. As I was saying, this is photosystem 2 here. This photosystem containing P680. So this P680 chlorophyll A, absorbs light. This is the light wave, and it absorbs light at the wavelength 680 nanometers. And this actually excites two electrons inside the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll is this chlorophyll releases 2 electrons, and the electrons are excited, really excited. So they go up an energy level. This is going up means the energy of the electron has gone up. So this energy has gone. These electrons have gone to a really high energy level, and these electrons are passed through the electron carrier. So here, the electron's gone up to here. It's been excited, really excited, and is going through the electron carrier to P700 in photosystem 1. So this again shows the same process. The 2 electrons go into photosystem 1 into chlorophyll P700. And it goes down in energy level because the energy is used to make ATP. So again, the electrons go into photosystem 1, and the reason for this is it's replaced the electrons used in the next reaction. I'll explain later. So photosystem 1 absorbs light of wavelength 700 nanometers, and this excites another 2 electrons up an energy level. So the electrons have got really excited and have gone up an energy level, and now they're coming down through here. Let's see if I've drawn one. Okay, yes, here it is. So this is what's happened. Light has been absorbed by chlorophyll P700, and 2 electrons have been excited, and these electrons are basically energy, and the energy is used to make from NADP to NADPH, and NADPH is used in the next stage, which is the light independent stage, which doesn't need light, and that will continue on. This process is called chemiosmosis, where the electron is used to make NADPH. NADPH is also called reduced NADP. So that's what happens. Here, you might be wondering what this bit, I haven't missed it out. This is the photolysis of water. This is the symbol for water, H2O, as you all know. H2O is photolysed. Photolysed means photo means to do with light, and lysed is to be split up. Lysis is to be split up. So photolysis is the splitting up of H2O into 2 hydrogen protons and half an oxygen molecule. And they actually found that in photosynthesis, it's CO2 and water makes glucose and oxygen. Well, the oxygen is actually made in photolysis of H2O, and they found this out by using they put radioactive things in radioactive waste in the water, and it actually came out at the end with oxygen. Oxygen was actually released from the plant, and they did this again, but just did it. They just put it with the carbon dioxide, and in fact, there's no radioactive oxygen